Hey YouTube, it's your girl, The Real Teddy Talks, where every day I educate you on entrepreneurship, increasing your grind and your hustle, and building wealth, preferably generational wealth. Yesterday I discussed my 365-day exit strategy. I am breaking those chains that bind, and I am changing direction completely. And you may ask, why, pray tell, would you do that? You're working a full-time job. A full-time job, taking care of two small children, you have a loving husband that needs attention, and your life is maxed to capacity. Well, I'm glad you asked. Stick around and I'll tell you all about it. So, the 365-day exit strategy. What is it? Why? How am I doing it? All that. I'm getting into it today. The 365-day exit strategy, this is going to be my powerhouse plan in action. And I'm not leaving any room for error. I'm not having a backup plan. I'm going to engage my side hustles to max capacity. I'm going to ball hard, non-stop every day for the next year. This is not your average exit strategy. I'm not bouncing from one job to the next. I'm not looking for the next promotion or the next raise. I am going to fully break away and engage in my side hustles and be my own boss. I'm not updating my resume. I'm not making contacts in the industry so that I can get my next job. And the only reason I'm keeping my LinkedIn is so that I can have my network available when all of my fabulous and fantastic ideas come to life, and I need to push those out to my network. See how I did that? You see how I pushed myself up? I have all the confidence I need. I don't need you to believe in me because I believe in my damn self. I am my number one cheerleader. In my life, it seems like I'm always working towards the next goal. I wanted a job as soon as I turned 16 to get a car. Then when I was 17, I enlisted in the Air Force. Then after I was there for a while, I was like, maybe I should get my degree. Then I thought about it longer. So then I thought, maybe I want to be an officer. So then I got sent to go to school full-time, finished my bachelor's degree. I got my commission in the Air Force. I came back in, and then the box checking continued. I said, maybe I want to get that promotion, so I'll do this hard job. Oh, to make this rank or that rank, I needed to get a master's degree. Okay, I'll get a master's degree. Why not get 2 master's degrees? That's a great idea. Oh, I need to get that promotion. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. I am box checked to capacity. I don't want to check any more boxes. The next box I check is going to be Teddy doing what she said she's going to do and pivoting to her side hustles and being successful. That is the next box that I'm checking. I want to show you that you can do it too. I want to let you in on what I'm doing. I would venture to say 1 out of every 2 people are dissatisfied in their current employment. I would even guess and say 1 out of 5 people want to be their own boss, become an entrepreneur. Now, whether you guys have it in you to actually do that is up for debate. Not me. I'm not debating it. That's up for debate with yourself. This is the no judgment zone. But I want to follow my dreams. Anyone can become an entrepreneur if they're willing to put in the sweat equity and work hard to get there. And I want to bring you along this journey with me. It's very similar to when I started this channel 3 years ago and I was talking about cryptocurrency. I started this channel because I started learning about cryptocurrency. I started investing and I started making money, and there was a wave that needed to be rode. And I wanted everyone I know to know about it because I don't like keeping good things to myself. And I got tired of telling people and telling them. I said, let me just make a video or 2 or 10 and they can just watch the video and learn everything they need to learn about cryptocurrency. This is the same way. I think this is a fantastic concept. I can't wait to let you in on it and let you watch me succeed or go through the pitfalls or whatever this is going to be. I want to bring you along so that when you go on your journey and you have the strength and the courage to do it on your own, you don't make the same mistakes that I made. So for the past 6 months, I've been thinking about this journey and how I'm going to implement this 365-day exit strategy. And it was just overwhelming. The thought of all of it was just taking me over. So I took a step back and I said, what do I need to do? And I said, I need to write it down. I did a complete download over a couple weeks of everything that I had thought of, everything that I could make happen, all the side hustles that were starting and never finished, never even got off the paper, all of the business contacts I had. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put it all down, complete download. I'm going to figure out what I can do in this next year and how I can make it happen. I call that journal my hustler guide to bringing your dreams to life. I just made that up. That's not what I call it. Disregard that. But during this process, I came up with 5 very important things everyone must do in order to take on this 365-day exit strategy. The very first thing is create more time. I knew I needed to create more time in my day. I needed about 27 hours in my normal 24-hour day. The second thing was I needed to get organized. I need everything around me to be organized. I need my desk organized. I need my room organized. I need my kitchen organized. I need the house organized. And this is hard to do with two small children. I have a 17-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. And if you know kids, they don't keep anything organized. But in order to prosper and have free thought and be able to get into flow every day, you have to be in an organized environment. The third thing is implement some atomic habits. If you haven't read the James Clear book, Atomic Habits, I highly recommend it. And I knew that I needed to enact some habits that were going to promote productivity. And if I didn't have those habits, I needed to figure out how to get them, and I needed to put them into action. And the fourth thing, which is not any less important than the first three things, I just feel like the first three things were more urgent, is prioritize stress management. Taking something like this on is going to increase your stress. It's going to increase your worry. It's going to increase your fear. It's going to also increase your confidence. And it's going to increase your self-satisfaction. But your stress is going to be affected, and you need to find a way to manage that stress. And the fifth and final thing is come up with a plan and write it down and then implement it. This is going to be a living and breathing document. It's going to change. It can change every day. It can change every week, but it's going to change. But you need to download all the things you want to do, what you want to accomplish, how you're going to accomplish it, and then you need to set forth in that direction. So those are the 5 things you need to even get started on the 365-day exit strategy. And my next 5 videos are going to discuss that. I don't know if you can see in the background over here, but we're also preparing to move back overseas. So in the next 2 days, we'll be on a plane jetting back to Egypt where I live. So I'm recording these videos hopefully over the next 2 days and have them on autoplay for you. So enjoy. That's all I got for you. I'll see you back here tomorrow where we talk about how to create more time. This is The Real Teddy Talks, signing off.